Emotions are helpful when they align with reality and our life-affirming values. I was watching that show Alone on the History Channel. 10 people are dropped out into the wild in a desolate place where food is scarce and the weather is freezing and predators are everywhere. These contestants get only to bring 20 items and they're all alone. And whichever of them stays the longest wins $500,000 to $1 million. In almost every episode, one of them is starving and trying to catch a fish. Sometimes they've been fishing for days without a bite. Can you imagine? Then they hook a big salmon that represents several days of food and possibly represents winning all that money. They get really excited and they start to pull in that fish. And everything in them is thinking, I'm gonna eat, I'm gonna live, I'm gonna win, I'm gonna get to stay. They get it all the way to the shore, and then the line breaks. And the fish mocks them as it swims away slowly. And that person just wants to die. They just feel so sad and so depressed. The fact is, that is an emotion lined up with reality. Emotions are supposed to tell us what's going on. You take the same situation, he reels in the fish, he actually gets it onto the shore. If you've ever seen this, it happens like once an episode. He goes crazy or she goes crazy in a victory pose, thanking God or thanking nature or thanking the fish or thanking whoever, because they know I'm gonna live. I get to stay. I might win. And the joy makes perfect sense because emotions are supposed to line up with reality. But we don't live in a primitive place in an island like that where all of our actions are meaningfully related to our life and death. We live in a complicated, complex, layer upon layer of comfort. There's actually nothing wrong with that. I would so much rather live in comfort than on a cold island, starving, worried about being eaten by a bear. But I have to focus on what I'm doing because I don't have to be doing life-affirming things. I don't have to be walking with the purpose of advancing my life. So if I don't focus, then my emotions are not going to line up with my life-affirming directions. When I'm winning, I'm not going to feel like I should be feeling when I'm achieving life. And when I'm losing, I'm not going to feel exactly right about not achieving life. The sadness will go too deep. The joy won't be high enough. So this is really important. God has given you your life. You need to move through the world doing life-affirming things. What is fishing for you? What does it mean to win? What does it mean to be going toward the direction of your goals and purposes so that your emotions can line up and you'll be happy when you're supposed to feel happy, you'll feel sad when you're supposed to feel sad. I hope that that is helpful to you, and I hope you have a wonderful, life-affirming, meaning-pursuing day.